This is YourStockAlert.com here today to bring you a chart of CXTO, Green Equity Holding Inc. First thing we're going to notice about this stock is that starting from its downtrend at 0.01 here in August, we can see that we've been in a pretty clear uptrend. In fact, reaching a peak of 0.085, which is over an 800% gain for lucky investors that were able to get in during this crash. One of the great things we notice about this peak is that while a lot of stocks after such a huge gain lose 90% or more of the previous run, this stock has been able to settle and stabilize around the 0.04, 0.05 area, which is always good, meaning that all those investors who were able to get in early here were still up a good 400 to 500%. Our first task now is to find areas of support and resistance. As we can see, we have a strong line of support here at 0.02, which is our strong support, which we don't expect, no matter the circumstances, to fall below that, simply because investors have shown that they are willing to buy at this level. And we have another level of support which is much closer to our current level. Right at about 0.03, which makes sense since we just hit 0.04. 0.03 would be the next level of support, simply because each slight dip under 0.04 has been met with buying, as we can see. Our next task is to identify the levels of resistance. Let's get rid of all those lines. As we can see, the previous peak will always be the current resistance, and as we can see, the previous peak here is at 0.085. So that's definitely going to be the heaviest resistance we're going to see. And that also marks a over 100% gain from this level. And just because 50% is always seen as a resistance level, we're going to have more psychological resistance at the 0.06 level. And it's just going to be thinner just because it's more of a psychological level that we will be up 50% or so at this level. But the hard resistance here is definitely at 0.08, simply because we have all of these buyers who figured the stock would probably go above 0.10, 0.12, 0.15, and some of these guys, as we can see, let me just draw the circle out. The huge volume we had as the run became more popular. Unfortunately for these investors, some of them held too long and they suffered losses. So the second we get back to this higher level of 0.08, they'll probably want to sell out. The next indicator we're going to look at is the RSI. As we can see, we have an RSI at 47.53, which is pretty neutral. It's a good RSI to work from, simply because we are assured that stock isn't overbought and has a lot of room to run. Yet it's not so oversold that we're worried about a weakness in the stock per se. In fact, as we can see, this stock tends to keep pretty steady on the RSI. Every now and then it actually breaks the critical 70 area and becomes very bullish, but it usually doesn't fall below that middle line of RSI. But the one time it did here, as we can see, it quickly bounced. That was what, 0.02, bounced all the way to 0.04, making investors just about 100% if they were able to get in that quick trade. In conclusion, we see a lot of bullish technical indicators in the CXTO. We're in a midterm uptrend from 0.01, peaking out at about 0.08, and we believe that the stock has consolidated nicely between the 0.03 and 0.05 levels, and it's looking for a new move. As long as nothing negative, no negative information comes out for the company, we believe that the next move will more than likely be in the bullish direction, simply because we're already coming off of a sell-off, and then we have here the classic consolidation period, which usually leads to another uptrend, or at least an attempted uptrend. As always, use proper trade management and pick your entry and exit points before the trade. Good luck, traders.